I was muted, but I'm not muted anymore. Hello, hello. Welcome to day 2. I am so excited to have you here today with me. Let me make Stacy the host. Awesome. Well, welcome to our Tuesday session. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me. I see some of you are turning on your cameras. Thank you. I always love to be able to see you as I'm talking, and really it just gives me more energy. And I'm all about the energy. So yes, yes, yes. So welcome. Thank you. Welcome to the Using Food to Fuel Your Goals. Happy Healthy Habits for High Achievers Masterclass. That sure is a mouthful. Maybe I need to adjust that. I see Kim and Lisa over on Facebook. Let me know who's here in the Zoom room. If you are over on Facebook and you want to be in the Zoom room, go ahead and check your email. We've got Karen from Texas, Kim, Maryland. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you are tuning in and you're like, crap, I'm not registered. Like what is going on? I'm here for the Tuesday live show. You can register at veginspired.com/masterclass. You'll get the Zoom link, you'll get the workbook, and you can get in the room with us. As I mentioned yesterday, I am here this week as your coach. I'm here to serve you and help you really explore the idea of eating more plants, using food to fuel your goals, and how to make it work for you. Because let's be honest, what works for me might not work for you. We talked a little bit about the schedules that we all have. And, as a busy traveler, coach, international business owner, like running all the things, I'm busy, but my busy might look different than yours. So we're really here to explore what's going to work for you. Yes, Kim's tuning in from France. We've got Christine, Jackie over there on Facebook from New Jersey. Awesome. And we've got so many of you in the Zoom room: Andrea, Jennifer, Julia, Marilyn, Georgiana, Karen, Jenny. We've got a couple of Karens: Joanna, Stacy, Kim, Amanda. Oh, yes, Ellen, Lorraine, Lainey. I love it. And I'm so grateful to have you here. All week long, I'll be guiding you through the strategies, the mindset, the habits, and the foods, right? Because it's all about the foods that I implemented to create this sustainable eat more plants lifestyle. And honestly, regardless of where you are in your journey, we are here to help you eat more plants. So make sure you book your 5 to 10 minute quick Zoom call. It helps me just meet you, put a face with a name, and really help you gain any clarity you need in the workshop. I know Stacy has that link. Stacy, if you can drop the clarity call link into both the Zoom chat and Facebook, that'll help everybody secure a spot on my calendar. Remember, I will be here live every day, Monday through Friday at noon Eastern. There will be a replay in the evening. If you want to catch the replay live, we'll be streaming that back to the Facebook group again. So you can catch that again, or you can tune in. It's usually around 8 o'clock. It just depends on when the information can get exported out of Zoom and then back uploaded into the Facebook platform. So if you want to catch it or watch it again, because there was so much good information, I've got you covered. And then there's also the dedicated replay page that will be available. Make sure you write this down until Tuesday, December 13th at 11:59 p.m. So midnight, it all comes down and we will go back to what we had before. So if you want to rewatch anything, make sure you've done it before Tuesday, the 13th. So we've got British Columbia being represented, sunny Ruskin, Florida. Yes, I love this. I love that you're all telling me where you are. So give me a hello, give me a hashtag team live if you're watching this live, hashtag team replay if you're catching the replay. And don't forget about our giveaways that we're hosting all week long. Hopefully our winner for the homework giveaway from yesterday is here and live. If not, if you're watching the replay, do make sure you reach out to me and I will announce that winner a little bit later. So remember, how do you participate in the giveaways? You show up, right? You committed to being here for this week-long masterclass. And in order to get the most out of it, we want you to show up. We want you to participate. Hashtag those team replays if you're a replay. Hashtag team live. Ask the questions. Stay in contact. Do your homework and really be an active participant. The more we see your name pop up, the more entries you get in the giveaway. So make sure you do that and that you get your homework turned in. The more you participate, the more you'll get out of the workshop. And that's what we want. We want you to get the most out of your time invested. And of course, it wouldn't be true investment if you didn't minimize your distractions. So I know some of you've got me in your ears and you're like, I'm going to listen. And if I hear anything amazing, I'm going to go back and listen to the replay. That's fine. But if you're able, turn off your notifications, close your other browser tabs, grab your beverage to stay hydrated. I have a straw this time because yesterday I dumped it all over myself. Find a place with fewer interruptions and really be present. Love it. We've got lots of team lives, Texas, Florida, Chicago. As I told you yesterday, I'm coming to you live from Fort Pierce, Florida. It is sunny. It is warm. I have a naughty cat on the counter again. I swear he's like, oh, look, mom's distracted. I'm going to get up there. So anyway, as a reminder, I do travel full-time in a fifth wheel RV with my husband and our cats. So if you hear noises in the background, please accept my apologies ahead of time, but just know that it's full on real life living over here. Let's get into today. So welcome to the Using Food to Fuel Your Goals, Healthy Habits for High Achievers Masterclass. I'm your host, Kathy Davis, an international entrepreneur and founder of Veg Inspired, a 3-time cookbook author, and a plant-based lifestyle coach, your Eat More Plants coach for the week. And I empower high achievers to 10x their energy, step into their optimum performance, and achieve their goals by leveraging the power of plants. Yesterday we had rain. Today we have the landscapers outside. So we'll see how that affects the noise. I really, really help people leverage those powers of plants, our proven systems of support to help you eat more plants and fit that into the fast-paced schedule without requiring hours in the kitchen, added stress and overwhelm, or wondering, what am I going to eat? I am on a mission to create a ripple effect by providing the resources and support to help others change their lives so they can make a more significant impact in the world, leveraging the power of food. So I want interactive today. So find that little emoji, the emojis button on your chat, in your keyboard, and I really want to be interactive today. I see we've got Joshua Tree represented. Yes, Team Live. I'm loving this. I love this. Thank you so much for being active. How are you feeling today? Give me an emoji in the chat. Are you like the dancing lady? Are you, sleepy? Like, how are you feeling today? And I also want to know, what changes have you made in the last 24 hours? I know some of you were able to like hop off the call and immediately eat a nice big fresh veggie and fruit salad. Some of you automatically grabbed, more whole food snacks yesterday. Did any of you have some major breakthroughs or aha moments since our last session? I really enjoyed reading your homework and I want to hear from you. What are some things that you've tried? You can drop it in the comments on Facebook. You can drop it in the chat in Zoom. But what have you tried so far? There were so many of you who are like, I'm harnessing that midday salad. I'm looking for those plant-based dressings. If you didn't check it out over in the homework thread, I actually shared some of my dressing recipes. We posted several of them on Instagram a few weeks ago. And then we also have a post for dressings and sauces on veginspired.com that we shared to the homework thread. So what have you tried? I know I got off the phone and I had a huge salad with romaine lettuce and carrots and cooked beets and some onions and a tahini blue cheese dressing with a big side of sweet potato. Cooked baked sweet potato. I love it. I love to just drizzle on a little bit of that dressing, and really it's a tahini blue cheese, so it has some deep flavor. And it is one of my favorites. And that is what I'm having for lunch when we get off the phone today. And I'm so excited. So let me know. We've got plant-based tahini dressing for salad. That's awesome. Andrea said an apple, overnight breakfast porridge for Maryland. Yes, this is what I love, sharing these ideas. And this is how you make the change simple. So today's session is going to be a little bit different. I really want to invite you to start to think differently. So I'm going to share a story with you, and I'm actually going to read it. I'm a former school teacher, so it's important for me to practice those skills. It's from the book You Too by Price Pritchett, and it's a true story. I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Millcroft Inn, a peaceful little place hidden back among the pine trees about an hour out of Toronto. It's just past noon, late July, and I'm listening to the desperate sounds of a life or death struggle going on a few feet away. There's a small fly burning out the last of its short life's energies in a futile attempt to fly through the glass of the window pane. The whining wings tell the poignant story of the fly's strategy. Try harder. But it's not working. The frenzied efforts offer no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It is impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. Nevertheless, this little insect has staked its life on reaching its goal through raw effort and determination. This fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill. Across the room, 10 steps away, the door is open. 10 seconds of flying time, and this small creature could reach the outside world it seeks with only a fraction of the effort now being wasted. It could be free of this self-imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It would be so easy. Why doesn't the fly try another approach? Something dramatically different. How did it get so locked in on the idea that this particular route and determined effort offer the most promise for success? What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? No doubt this approach makes sense to the fly. Regrettably, it's an idea that will kill. Trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more. It may not offer any real promise for what you want, for getting what you want out of life. Sometimes, in fact, it's a big part of the problem. If you stake your hopes for a breakthrough on trying harder, you may kill your chances for success. So think about for that moment. If that fly had turned 180 degrees, he would have had a direct path to his freedom. So today I want to invite you to think differently. An effortless flight out the door rather than spending hours of frustration and panic on his current path. How can you relate this to your current path? Are you beating your wings endlessly trying to make a conventional method work? Are you hyped up on one path and tirelessly following it, regardless of if it leads you to frustration? I'm not saying you shouldn't have self-discipline and try to break through the glass towards your goal or have persistence. What I'm saying is to think differently. I am inviting you to think differently about your path and what you've been doing versus what that 180-degree shift might do for you. That was me. The countless times of dieting and changing only to revert right back to what I'd always done because I didn't change the thinking. So let's step back for a minute. I want you to think about your big goal, right? The fly, he wanted to get outside. What's your big goal? Where do you want to be in 12 months? How can you decide right now to set yourself up for a monumental 2022? This could be a professional goal. It could be a personal goal. It could be a business goal. It could be a health goal, a weight goal, a wellness goal. It could be the goal of who you want to be as a parent, as a grandparent. What is that big goal? Where do you want to be in 2022? Write that at the top of your paper. What does that look like? And now I want you to close your eyes for a moment. And I want to take you 12 months from now, December 7th, 2022, because we all know it's literally going to feel like it's around the corner. It doesn't feel like it's around the corner, but it's going to feel like it happens really fast. What will December 7th, 2022, 12 months from today, feel like as you are living out that dream? As you're living out that goal, see it in your mind as if it's been achieved. How will you feel? How will you be sitting at the computer? How will you be walking, talking? How will you be showing up for your family, your friends, your coworkers, your team? What impact will you be achieving now that that goal's been met? What will that impact have on people around you, on the world around you? My mission and vision is to create a ripple effect where I empower high achievers to use the food they eat to fuel their bodies so they can level up their energy, shine brighter, and together we can create a bigger impact on the world. It's no secret that our wellness is the root of everything that we do. When we have our health, we show up enhanced, brighter, and we can generate a greater impact. Most people know that eating healthier and taking care of themselves is a form of self-care that's required, but we don't act on it. We don't make it a priority. What if that's the shift? What if that's the how to use food to fuel your goals? What if the how is really in the thinking differently? That 180-degree shift that takes you through the path of least resistance rather than frustratingly banging your head on the glass. In the Academy, we have the systems, the recipes, the plans, the implementation strategies to guide you to making it a priority. Our accountability plan is based on research, knowledge of what works, and our own proven results and experiences. And that's what we're giving you a glimpse of this week. We hear it from all the greats, all the successful people. They say, eat healthy, drink water, exercise. And we're all like, yeah, but you've got the money to hire all the people. You've got the money to pay somebody to cook for you. You've got the money to join the gym, right? We know what we need to do, but implementing it, acting on it, that's what's missing. Thinking into the action. As with any change, it requires a committed decision. The committed decision to shift the way you think, allowing yourself to open your mind and your heart to the small but intentional changes that you make. And then you allow those changes to grow and expand into intentional habits. And those habits grow and expand into routines. And those routines grow and expand and become your way of life. And that's the difference. This isn't about a short-term diet. This is about day in and day out choosing the foods that are going to fuel your body and fuel your goals. A lot of you I love that you took action, making chickpea tuna salad, adding spinach and kale, using whole food dressings, making veggie salads, making veggie soups, making your oatmeal. Right? Change the way you think about food. Jennifer, I love this. Add love to the preparation of your food to make it extra beautiful and healthy. I don't even touch upon that this week in the class. However, I've said it before, so if you've been watching me for some time, you know, the way you talk about food and about how you prepare it is the way it comes out. How many times have you been like, I don't have time. I don't have time. Oh, I got to cook again. I got to make 2 meals. What if you said, oh my gosh, I am blessed that I have a family that depends on me to feed them healthy food. I am choosing to pour the love into this food. I am choosing to make food that fuels my family and my body. What if it's just a shift in the way of thinking? You have habits right now that are your way of life. decades of programming, decades of things that you've done. You know, I was talking on my coaching call the other day, and I was telling them, like, where the way you get out of bed, the way you walk to the bathroom, the way you drive to work, the way you drive to the grocery store, the way you walk around the grocery store, those are all programmed into you. What you grab for a snack, what you buy for dinner. Are those habits serving you? Are you showing up at your peak performance? Do you feel healthy? Are your habits aligned with your goals? Or are you simply going through the motions, waiting for yourself to change, waiting for a different result? Are you the fly? And I've been there. I am speaking from my heart's experience, from my own experience. I've been there. I've been the person trying all the things, stepping on the scale, hoping for a result, knowing I hadn't really done the actions, knowing that I didn't really make the choices that aligned with that goal, knowing that I wasn't stepping into the person that I needed to be in order to get to the results I wanted. Right? You go through the motions, you sit at your desk, you do the work, but is there an action? Is there a thinking? Research shows that there is a significant correlation between what we eat and our cognitive and overall health. We're talking a lot about thinking. Being able to pursue your goals with a clear mind is crucial for decision-making, focus, productivity, right? Having that clear mind allows you to think critically about the day-to-day habits that you have and be able to act accordingly on ones that are serving you and aligned with your goals. Are you able to do that? By eating a diet of mostly whole, clean plant foods, high in fiber, high in water content, we're feeding our digestive system, our organs, our bodies, our healthy gut, foods that it needs to be able to promote a healthy environment. Studies show that a healthy gut, right, that's where our food goes, can significantly affect our memory and our thinking skills. We talked yesterday about how inflammation leads to cancer, heart disease, dementia, cognitive failure, diabetes, obesity. Are you feeding your gut the foods that it needs to promote that healthy environment? Are you ready for that shift to something new? So I want to hear from you in the chat. Are you ready for that shift to something new? Drop some hands up, some fire, some little veggie emojis. Are you ready to eat more fruits, more vegetables? I love it, Julie. Are you ready to eat more unrefined and unprocessed foods? You know, a lot of times I hear people and they're like, I'm just going to eat salads. And I'm like, that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the whole unrefined foods that are going to fill you up. The grains, the oats, farro, potatoes, corn. I love it. I've got some I'm ready's in the chat. I've got people giving me the hands up on their screens. Oh, we got lots of people over here on Facebook. Big salads, team live from Kentucky, 2022 goals. Yes, Kim, I love that. Starting your own business and eating plant-based. And Jennifer, this is so true. Honestly, how can I not be? If I love myself, this is what I have to do. I love it. Karen, yes, I love all these emojis. Kim, Missy, Andrea, yay. Jenny, I'm ready's over from Facebook. I often hear people tell me they skip lunch or they eat a light lunch, right? You don't want to feel groggy, but by the end of the day, you're starving, hangry almost. What if you could control those emotions? You could eat a healthy, balanced lunch that wouldn't leave you hungry or sluggish, right? Because we've all had that like super packed lunch, like Thanksgiving, where we're like, blah, afterwards. But what if you ate a lunch that was strategically put together so that you were energized, had a clear mind to run with your decisions, had a clear mind to be able to take action, to be able to come home and breathe belief into your family? Foods high in nutrients, antioxidants, dark leafy vegetables, blueberries, nuts, seeds, broccoli. Think about all these foods. I'm not saying just eat salad. I'm saying dark leafy veggies, blueberries, nuts, seeds, broccoli, beans and lentils, whole grains like farro, oats, quinoa, unrefined starches like potatoes, sweet potatoes, corn, squash, pumpkin. These are all excellent foods to eat midday to keep you satiated, but also light enough to keep you energized and charged up for that afternoon and evening hustle. Now, what if you just want to eat that way all the time? That's awesome. Go for it. Add these foods in at all your meals. But remember, we're taking small steps for action. Because if I said to you, again, this is not what I want, go get a garbage bag, throw out all the foods that don't align with your goals, and then start over, you'd be like, I'm overwhelmed. Perfection paralysis. It's real. Start small. Start with what you can control. Start with that 180 pivot towards the door, the path of least resistance. We talked about that yesterday. Yesterday, I shared that eating 4 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day can increase your productivity up to 25%. I know you all are ready. You're dropping love in the chat. I see some grapes and some broccoli over there from Lisa on Facebook. I love this. But I have a scary stat for you. People who consistently eat 5 or more portions of fruits and vegetables a day had a 36% lower risk of death at any point in time over those who eat less than 1 portion. 36%. 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. How do we get that in? Remember, small steps. Some blueberries with your oats. Maybe you do apple, cinnamon, quinoa for breakfast. Lunch, you have a salad with a couple servings of veggies. You have a fruit or vegetable snack midday. Dinner, you have a couple servings of fruit or veggies. 5 servings. Seems pretty easy when you break it down like that. But as many of you pointed out in your homework, if you're not prepared, if you're not planned, if you don't have the intention to eat that, it goes by the wayside, right? We're not grabbing the apple, we're grabbing the potato chips out of the vending machine. We're not making a smoothie at home with our fruits and vegetables. We're driving through Dunkin' Donuts to grab a coffee and a donut, or we're running through Starbucks and we're grabbing something we don't want to eat, but we eat it because that's all that's there. We go out to lunch and we're like, ooh, look, they have a Power Bowl and a burger. Which one do I want? I would pick the burger every time if it was a vegan burger. But is that going to fuel me for the rest of my day? It takes intention to eat 5 servings of fruits or vegetables a day, but it's not hard. It's just intention. That simple switch could be the difference in productivity and being able to enjoy the fruits, pun intended, of your labor for years to come. Take a peek back at that audit you did yesterday. Did you eat 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables? Now, some of you who've been eating vegan, you're like, well, you know, I eat a lot of veggie derived foods, but what about the whole foods, the unrefined fruits and vegetables, right? My chili made with a serving of squash, not just beans. So it was a squash and cauliflower chili with tomatoes and beans. My veggie salad with sweet potatoes on the side. Not a veggie salad with French fries that are fried in oil, although that is a fun pairing if you choose that intentionally every once in a while. Right? We know that eating the fruits and vegetables is healthy, but that stat is crazy. 5+ servings, 36% less likely to die at any given time. So later this week, we're really going to help you look at ways to fit those foods into your schedule, because that's the key, right? We can sit here all day and talk about what we know. We can sit here all day and read the books and attend the masterclasses and listen to the podcasts and the webinars and watch the YouTubers. We can even buy the meal plans. But if we don't act with intention, if we don't start to think differently about how we're going to fit it in, we don't take any action. Right? So we checked in on your goal, your big 2022 goal. We did a little vision casting of you achieving your goal and how that would feel, right? Standing there, December 7th, 2022, your goal has been achieved. Maybe you achieved it 6 months earlier. I don't know. Some point in time it's been achieved because you took action. Let's bring it down a little bit more. If eating more whole food is healthy, based on the stats and what we all know, we know it's healthy. We all are in agreement that that's the healthiest option. What is your Eat More Plants goal? How can you quantify what you'd like your daily Eat More Plants habit to look like? For me, 2 years ago, it was daily eating meals that were whole food, plant-based, mostly unprocessed. My day in, my day out habits were whole plant foods, mostly unprocessed. Did that mean I had to make some things from scratch? It did. Lucky for me, hummus in the area we were in South Florida 2 years ago, they had an oil-free hummus that I could buy at the grocery store. I think that was a game changer because that was the snack until I figured out the oil-free hummus that I wanted to make myself. But yeah, I had to make some things from scratch. I had to choose to make things from scratch. I had to figure out how to fit that into my schedule. That didn't mean that on an intentional occasion, I wouldn't have the vegan chocolate cake, or I wouldn't have the vegan chocolate burger, or I wouldn't enjoy a cocktail at sunset. It just meant that my daily habits were whole food plant-based. I knew that in order to create a life I loved, intentional flexibility had to be part of it. But I also knew I wanted to be the woman that when faced with a decision on what to eat, I would happily and confidently choose the whole foods over the processed junk and feel good about it. And that was my 180-degree way of thinking. That is how I think differently than I did the 30 some odd years before I changed how I ate. And that's what I'm inviting you to do today. Think differently. Who do you want to become? At the end of the year, do you want to be standing there at holiday parties next year, beating yourself up for eating some chips and salsa? No, because your day-to-day habits align with your goals. Those chips and salsa mean nothing if it's only 1 day a year or 5 days a year, 50 days a year. It's not that deep when you are in control of it, when you've made the intention. So this is going to be your homework. I want to chat through some of these questions so you don't have to actually answer the question, but you may want to jot down the question so that you have some context around the homework post thread that's going to go up on the Facebook. And if you want to timestamp it, it looks like we're at about 12:35. So that would be about 40 minutes, 45 minutes into the masterclass. If you want to go back and listen to the homework assignment and listen to these questions again. So what is your Eat More Plants goal? What would living out that goal look like for you? How